Kourtney Kardashian reportedly offered Scott Disick millions of dollars to keep his distance from their children. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. There is a lot of drama going on in the lives of Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick. Their story has always been complicated, but some recent news has made things even more surprising. Kourtney Kardashian, who shares 3 children with Scott Disick, is said to have offered Scott a very large amount of money to stay away from their children. This is a shocking claim that has caught many people's attention because it is hard to believe that a mother would want to keep a father from seeing his own kids. But this is exactly what some people connected to the Kardashians are saying. This information comes from Mark Behar, who used to work very closely with the Kardashian family as a bodyguard and assistant. Mark has seen many things happening behind the scenes and has spoken out about what he knows. According to him, Scott was offered millions of dollars by members of the Kardashian family to stop visiting his children. This is a serious claim and it shows how tense and complicated the relationships between Scott, Kourtney, and the rest of the family have become. The story started to get more attention after Kourtney began a new chapter in her life with Travis Barker. Travis is Kourtney's current partner, and since he entered the picture, the way Scott fits into Kourtney's life has changed a lot. Scott and Kourtney have 3 children together, Mason, Penelope, and Rain, and even though Scott is their father, his role seems to be shrinking as Kourtney moves forward with Travis. Sources close to the family say Scott is worried. He is afraid that he is losing his place in the family, and that he might not have the same connection to his children or the Kardashian family as before. These fears have made him feel very sad and confused because he loves his children deeply and wants to be part of their lives. The story from Mark Behar is very detailed. He says that Kris Jenner, the mother of the Kardashian sisters, and Khloe Kardashian, Kourtney's sister, have been involved in what looks like a plan to push Scott out of the family's public life. According to Mark, they have tried to keep Scott away from family events and media appearances. But the most shocking part is the claim that they offered Scott millions of dollars if he agreed to sign papers that would take away his rights to see his children. In a private interview with In Touch magazine, Mark explained what happened. He said that Kris and Khloe offered Scott this deal as a way to stop him from coming to family events or even visiting the kids. They wanted Scott to sign an agreement that would legally stop him from being part of the family's gatherings and stop him from seeing the children. Mark says Scott was shocked and angry when he heard about this offer. Scott did not accept the offer at all. Mark said Scott told him, "No way, I'm not doing that," and asked for advice on what to do next. Scott's reaction shows that, no matter what problems he has had with the family, he still wants to be there for his children and be part of their lives. This is a strong and emotional part of the story because it shows Scott's love and commitment to his kids even when things are difficult. Since Travis Barker became part of Kourtney's life, the relationship between Scott and Kourtney has become a hot topic. Fans and viewers of their reality show have seen some of the tension and struggles they have faced. Scott has been open about how worried he is about being left out of the Kardashian family. He has talked about feeling sad and lonely because he feels like he doesn't belong as much anymore. One moment that really hurt Scott was when he was not invited to Kourtney and Travis's wedding. This event was very important for Kourtney and Travis, but Scott's absence made many people wonder how Scott felt. According to people who know the family, Scott found it very hard to accept that he was not included in such a big family event. He had been close to the Kardashians for years and always felt accepted, even when things were tough for him. But now, not being invited was like a big loss. A source told People magazine that Scott is struggling with this change. The source said, "It has been hard for him to understand and accept, even though he thought it might happen." They also said, Scott has always been accepted by the family, even at his lowest moments, and now he cannot come to one of the most important family celebrations. He is not doing well emotionally. Despite all the drama and problems, Scott still has a strong connection with his 3 children. He often shares pictures and videos with them on his social media accounts, showing the happy moments they spend together. It is clear that Scott loves his children very much and tries to be a good father to them. This part of his life seems to be the most important to him, and he wants to keep that relationship strong no matter what happens. The situation between Kourtney and Scott is very complicated. They have a long history together. They met many years ago and started a relationship that gave them 3 children. Over time, their relationship has had many ups and downs. They have broken up and gotten back together several times, but now things seem different. Kourtney is moving on with Travis Barker, and Scott is trying to find his own path. Scott has had problems in the past with some of his behaviors, including drinking and handling stress. These problems have caused fights and difficulties in their relationship. Kourtney has said before that she wants a peaceful and healthy environment for her children, which means sometimes she needs to set limits with Scott. Even though Scott and Kourtney are not together anymore, they try to be good parents to their kids. They share the responsibility and make sure their children feel loved by both of them. However, the rumors about Kourtney offering money for Scott to stay away from their children show how serious the tensions are. If true, it means the family is struggling with finding the best way to deal with the past and the present. Some people wonder why Kourtney would want to do something like that. Maybe she wants to protect her children from any negative influences or drama. Maybe she feels that with Travis in her life, the family needs a fresh start. But if Scott truly loves his children and wants to be part of their lives, such an offer can feel like a painful rejection. Scott's feelings of being pushed out of the family circle are not only about public events. It also affects his emotional connection with Kourtney and the children. Not being invited to family functions or not being able to see the children as much can make anyone feel hurt and isolated. This is why Scott has been speaking out about his worries and feelings. At the same time, the Kardashian family is very close and protective of each other. Kris Jenner and Khloe Kardashian are known for trying to keep the family united and strong. But sometimes their ways can seem harsh to outsiders, especially when it looks like they are trying to block Scott from being involved. Social media has also played a role in this story. Fans follow every detail of the Kardashian family's lives and comment on every picture and post. When Scott shares moments with his children, many fans show support and encouragement. But others take sides and argue about who is right or wrong. This makes the whole situation even more difficult for the people involved. In the end, this story shows how complicated family relationships can be, especially when fame, money, and past struggles are involved. It reminds us that even when people love each other and share children, life does not always go smoothly. Sometimes, difficult decisions have to be made, and not everyone will agree with those decisions. Scott Disick's story with Kourtney Kardashian is far from over. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.